To describe what occurred Friday in the world of criminal defense as interesting would probably be an understatement. Let's talk about it. Hello again, everybody. My name's Sean Martin, attorney at law. I am a criminal defense attorney in the Cleveland, Ohio area. What occurred on Friday, I think, was absolutely amazing in both the Kyle Rittenhouse trial and the trial regarding the death of Ahmaud Arbery. But first, let's start off with the most obvious one, the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. What happened? Well, in case you happen to be living under a rock, Kyle Rittenhouse was acquitted of all the counts that were submitted to the jury. 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of reckless endangerment with a firearm, and then finally his 5th count, attempted murder. Thankfully, the jury came to a verdict. If you had been following along, this was starting to enter Friday, the 4th day of deliberations. Many people, including myself, thought the jury was unable to reach a verdict and they were deadlocked some way, and they were going to have to be a hung jury. Then that creates another issue of, will the judge declare a mistrial? Would it be a mistrial with prejudice or without prejudice? There were issues swirling around prosecutorial misconduct that occurred throughout the case. You may have your decision on what occurred one way or another, and in fact, that may be something to talk about at another time. But thankfully, the jury came to a verdict. Do I think it was the right verdict? Yes. Do I think it was the just verdict? Yes. Do I think Kyle availed himself properly to self-defense? Yes. Am I happy to see him get through this? Yes. Should this have been prosecuted, though? No, it shouldn't have. Kyle Rittenhouse did nothing to warrant a criminal prosecution. This case should not have been submitted to the grand jury. This case should not have been tried. And then partway through the case, once it was clear the state had nothing they were going to be able to show that Kyle did anything illegal through even their own presentation of evidence, they should have dismissed it. They should have stopped then. But instead, the state prosecuted the case the whole way through and tried to write it out. I think that was highly unethical. Thankfully, Kyle got through on the other side and now he's a free man. So I do say congratulations to Kyle Rittenhouse and his family. I hope he's enjoying his time now, no longer under the thumb of a criminal indictment. The second case that occurred on Friday, which had major implications and major events occur, was regarding the death of Ahmaud Arbery. In that case, the state of Georgia had already presented its case and arrested. The defense for Travis McMichael, Greg McMichael, and William Bryant had presented their evidence and had now arrested. Both sides then began to discuss with the judge jury instructions. And it was during this discussion, the judge, I think, dropped a bombshell on the defense regarding what instructions he was going to put forth to the jury. Let's look at that.
So, again, private citizen's warrantless arrest must occur immediately after the perpetration of the offense or, in the case of a felony, during escape.
I'm sorry, could you say that last portion again?
Or in the case of a felony, during escape. If the offender fails to make the arrest immediately after the commission of the offense or during escape in the case of a felony, his power to do so is extinguished. That's what the court intends to charge. I understand there's an exception from the defendants.
Judge, if you charge the jury the way you're contemplating, you are directing a verdict for the state.
As you can see, the judge isn't buying their argument that they acted within the citizen's arrest statute that Georgia had during the time of the shooting. More importantly, it does not appear that they're going to be able to avail themselves of self-defense at all, which pretty much, as the defense attorney said, is going to lead the jury with no other choice but to convict them, which I think is the correct outcome here. I think the judge's ruling is correct. I think his interpretation is correct, and obviously, I agree with the defense counsel. This is going to result in the jury having no choice but to convict them. But that said, I think it is a good conviction. Do I think that they should be entitled to an acquittal? No. They hopped into a car with firearms and chased down Ahmaud Arbery. They're responsible for what happened there. They had no right to do it. Could they have merely followed Ahmaud Arbery and just dialed 911 and had the police stop him and question him? Yes. Do I think that would have been the better decision? 100%. But they didn't do that. Instead, they did something that led to Ahmaud Arbery's death, and it sounds like it's going to lead to their conviction, which I think will be proper. So in case you happen to miss what occurred on Friday, I hope this fills you in. I hope this gives you the chance to understand that, yes, a jury verdict is very critical, but also the instructions you give to a jury are almost as critical because they tell the jury how to act, how to decide, and what rules they have to decide things by. Which in this case for the Ahmaud Arbery trial is going to lead to a very different outcome than the defendants expected. Well, that's it for today. If you like what you see, please leave a comment below, a question below. Be happy to answer them. Like, share, subscribe, and remember, until next time, just because you did it doesn't mean you're guilty.